Hi, Facebook. Good morning. So excited to see y'all. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are having a great week, and we're going to go ahead and get started. This morning, we are going to do a marketing question and answer. So just last week, we did like a private webinar with a few business owners here in town, and they submitted some questions, which I thought were great questions. So we're going to go over their questions. And then I had a few people submit questions over the past week for this webinar specifically. So we're going to go over all of these. Hopefully they are very general questions that can apply to your business as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we'll get started. So just really quickly, if you're not familiar with Ugly Mug Marketing, I wanted to let you know that we are located in downtown Alexandria, right next to Tamp and Grind Coffee. You probably see our team members there all the time, especially our owner, Wayne. We were established in 2009, so we are a little over 10 years old. We have built over 600 websites. We have 13,000 people enrolled in our online courses, whether that's on Facebook, on our Ugly Mug personal website courses, or on Udemy. We have over 60 active marketing and social media clients, and we have clients in three main categories: websites, which Mara is our website manager, social media marketing, which the other Hannah is our social media marketing manager, and general marketing, and that's where I come into play. So that's why we're going to do general marketing questions together today. So like I said, I am Hannah Broom. I am the marketing manager here at Ugly Mug Marketing. And just last week, I celebrated 4 years at Ugly Mug. We have changed dramatically in the past 4 years. And I couldn't be more excited to be part of this growing, really wonderful company. All right, so literally it's going to be question and answer style. So anytime you see a question from you, that means somebody submitted this question and we're going to go through it. So this question says, without being able to market face-to-face, what is the best strategy to market? So obviously 2020 has it very hard to market face-to-face. So I put this question first because this answer is going to replay into a lot of these questions that we go over. So natural progression. So what natural progression means is this little funnel. So stranger, friend, customer, evangelist. If you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again because it is just so important when you are marketing. So a stranger is somebody that knows nothing about your company. So I call people all the time or talk to people and they're like, hey, where do you work? And I say, Ugly Mug Marketing, and they laugh because they're like, is that a real company? That would be somebody that's a stranger. They know nothing about Ugly Mug Marketing. Before that word comes out of my mouth, they've never heard of Ugly Mug Marketing. Complete and utter stranger. A friend is someone who is familiar with Ugly Mug Marketing, but not yet a customer. So perhaps it is somebody that likes us on Facebook, follows us on Instagram, has seen our website, goes to Tamp and Grind all the time, so they see our office. They're a friend of us, but they're not actually a customer. They're not exchanging money with us. And then a customer is someone who is actually, they go from a friend to a customer when they actually, point blank start trading money, like they're paying us to do a service for them, or they're paying us for a product, whatever that might be, they become a customer. And an evangelist is someone who is not just a customer, but they are actually an evangelist for us. So I don't know if she's watching, but we are very grateful that one of our clients that has been with us for several years, Annie Collins, I would consider her an evangelist of Ugly Mug Marketing. Just a few weeks ago at the local Busy Awards, I heard that she was talking to somebody else there at a table, just talking about how much she loves Ugly Mug Marketing. And I genuinely believe that she was saying that just because she genuinely believes that we make a good impact on her company, on her business, that we are beneficial to her, all of those things. She wasn't saying that because we asked her to say it or we paid her to say it or anything like that. She did it out of, she was genuinely an evangelist for us. She thinks that every business owner needs to work with Ugly Mug Marketing, so she talks about us. She is an evangelist for us. What better marketing is that? We can say that we're great till we're blue in the face, but when you hear it from an actual customer of ours, it goes so much farther. So I have no clue who she was talking to at the Busy Awards, but let's say she was talking to a girl named Sarah. If Sarah knew nothing about ugly mug marketing and then Annie came in and was talking good about ugly mug marketing, Sarah immediately goes from a stranger to a friend, just like that, because one of her friends, somebody she knows and trusts, starts talking about ugly mug marketing. And so we skip the stranger phase and she goes straight to a stranger. So this is so important, especially in this day and age when you don't have that face-to-face contact like that we used to before, COVID started, is, have evangelists, have people to speak on your behalf, and just know that you can't go straight. We try that so hard. We try to bring people straight from a stranger to a customer, and it doesn't work that way. I'll explain that a little bit more soon. So just to kind of recap, so before they become a customer, before they really know you, they are a stranger or a friend. During, when they actually become your customer, is a friend and a customer. And then after is whenever you ask them, or they've just become an evangelist for you. Question from you: what marketing medium do you recommend as being the most effective? Well, my answer is, it really depends. It depends on your client. So what is good for your client might be different than what's best for another customer or another business here in town. So if I was trying to reach my nephew that is 15, I'm not going to send him stuff in the mail because I assume he's probably not the one checking the mail. If I am trying to reach my grandparents, I'm not going to advertise to them on social media. You just have to really think about your target audience. So who is your target audience? That's when this customer avatar comes into play. Again, it's something you hear us talk about all of the time. But if you want a copy of this to fill this out so you can figure out who your customer avatar is, and therefore figure out what marketing channel you need to reach them via. What social media outlet gets the most attention? Again, it really depends. I can tell you, with the numbers, which one gets the most attention, but what gets the most attention for your target audience depends. So the numbers are right here. This is saying that of Facebook, there is 2.4 billion users. YouTube, 2 billion users. Instagram, 1 billion. Twitter, 330 million. And so on and so forth. You can also see the difference between like men and women. There are a few more women than there are men on Facebook, and so on and so forth. This is super helpful in the ages. So, again, if I'm going to target my nephew who is 15, I'm probably going to use Snapchat because that's what that generation uses, or Instagram. I'm not going to use LinkedIn or YouTube. The likelihood of them being on one of those, actually YouTube, I should have said that. YouTube he would be on, but he's not going to be on LinkedIn and probably not even on Facebook because the younger audience is typically on different channels. This is another great graphic that kind of tells you the difference between all of these different channels. So if you are a clothing business, you're probably not going to be using a lot of Twitter because you want to show pictures of your clothing from your boutique. And so Instagram would be a great channel for you because Instagram is picture based. So you can show pictures of your products on Instagram. Pinterest, if you are a food blogger, Pinterest is an excellent place for you because people always go to Pinterest to look up recipes. And then if you are doing business to business marketing, B2B marketing, LinkedIn is where you need to be because that is a platform specifically for business. So just know that whenever you are figuring out what social media platform you need to be on, the answer just really depends on your target audience. But statistically, if you're trying to look at numbers, Facebook is obviously where the most people are. What is the best day or time to send an email? Okay, are you sick of me saying it depends? I'm sorry, but it does. It really depends on your audience. So if you are a a restaurant and you are sending out a Tuesday special, it's not going to be beneficial for you to send that out on a Friday at 6 p.m. because that's confusing. It's not Tuesday. Just yesterday, Wildwood Pizza does a special every Wednesday. So we sent out a special for them about their beer and wine 2-for-1 special on Wednesday. We didn't send it out on Saturday because that would be irrelevant. Also, if we're sending out something about, a lunch special, we need to send that out around 10 a.m. on a weekday. So on and so forth. Or if you have a coupon that's expiring on the 22nd, you want to send it out on the 21st or the 22nd and say, hey, just a reminder, you only have 24 hours left to use this coupon. That's where those things are very dependent. But there's also some situations that it might not necessarily matter. For Annie, who's in the travel industry, and it's not a specific time of the day or time of the week that she's trying to talk about, this is a great thing. This is a great little chart that tells you some great ideal times to send out an email. So the perfect magical answer according to this, which was based on a lot of studies, is 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. And then the next one is on a Thursday or on a Wednesday. What email marketing platform do you recommend? So I know that this is like a personal preference, and I'm probably a little biased because the majority of my clients use MailChimp. And so I'm in MailChimp all day, every day, but MailChimp is my personal favorite for a few reasons. And so I'll go over those. It's very, very user-friendly. Personally, I find Constant Contact to be very confusing. It's also super easy to add new subscribers. If you have a list, you can easily just copy and paste it in there and it will import them for you. You don't have to format it into a special Excel sheet and then upload it. You can build segments. So if I have a client that wants to give out a free gift on somebody's birthday, I can go in and say, hey, MailChimp, send this to everybody on their day of birth. So it's not uniform across the board. It's not sending it to everybody on our mailing list on a particular day. It is sending it on their specific birthdays. And then you can also do segments as far as we send out an email. Now I want to resend out this email to people that didn't open that previous email, or I want to send out an email to people that are tagged with this. You can get very, very specific, and it's very easy to do that. Again, very user friendly. Clear analytics is also super duper important, especially if you're a retail company and you're sending traffic to your website. It is very rewarding that you can actually connect it to your online store, and it will tell you this email generated X number in revenue. It is very, very rewarding to be able to see that number. And then journeys, which I'm going to explain journeys here in a second, so I'm not going to go into too many details right now. How do you get your customers to remember you and your product on Facebook when they go to purchase? So this isn't just on Facebook. This can be anywhere. The customer journey, you have to think about their entire customer journey. So we often, like I was talking about earlier, we often just forget the friend part, and we want people to go from a stranger to a customer. So we're like, hey, buy my course, it's $500. That's not going to work. We need to get them to know us and trust us and like us. Then they'll be willing to spend that $500. So what does that look like? In order to become a friend, maybe we send them part of the course for free that they can watch, or maybe we add them to our email list and we nurture them in our email list. I'll explain that more in a second. Those little things. You can't expect them just to say, hi, I'm Ugly Mug, you know nothing about me, but I want you to buy my course, that's $500. It's not going to happen. The likelihood of that happening is very, very small. But if somebody you know and love and trust comes out with a new product, the likelihood of you converting to a customer is very high. So the example I love to use, because so many people can relate to this, is Apple. I'm on an Apple computer. I have my Apple AirPods. I have my Apple Watch, my Apple iPhone. So if Apple comes out with a new product tomorrow, how hard is it for them to convince me to purchase that product? Probably not very hard, because I know them and love them and trust them. Whereas if this other random company that we've never heard anything about comes out with a new phone that's $1,000, you're going to second guess, like, why do I need that phone? but Apple can come out with a phone that's $1,000 and people are standing outside in line at 3 a.m. to get it. You see the difference there? Journeys is also super important whenever you are looking at the overall customer journey. So when I'm talking about journeys, I'm specifically meaning on MailChimp or whatever your email subscriber list is, but you can also do this via other methods as well. So for email, what I mean by this is, you see how it's like basically an if-then statement. So, all right, this person signed up for my webinar. I'm going to see like, okay, did they download it? Okay, if they download it, let's take them down this path. If they do this, let's take them down this path. You want to nurture them via sending them emails so that they become from a stranger to a friend of your company and then hopefully a customer. Something else that you could do to nurture these people is maybe it's sending them something in the mail. Maybe you met them, they're interested in you, but they're not ready to purchase from you yet. Take note of their birthday, send them a birthday card, let them know that you're still thinking about them. So again, this is just kind of a look, like we often think that this random stranger comes into your store, buys a product, and it's that easy. But the truth is, like, think about it for yourself. You go on Amazon, you read the reviews, you try to find a blogger that wrote about it. Like, all of these different things go into play before somebody makes a purchase. I also think it's so important to help generate referrals. So this is a company that I am personally very fond of. It is called Val Marie Paper. They are out of Lafayette, Louisiana, for anybody that is local to Louisiana. And they have prayer journals. And I just think this is excellent that in 2019, when I bought my prayer journal, she sent out these images that said, Val Marie Paper debuted their prayer journal, and I'm obsessed with the navy because the navy is the color I bought. So she made it super duper easy for me to take that photo and share it on my social media to evangelize on her behalf very easily. So I highly recommend, make it easy for people to refer you. Maybe that means send them a graphic to use, or maybe that means send them a video to use, or give them the language. Like, hey, it would really help me if you shared this on your social media. You have to ask, because some people just don't know that they need your help evangelizing on their behalf. So the fact that Val Marie Paper sent me this graphic, this is an actual screenshot of my personal Instagram. I took that and shared it because I am very fond of their product and I wanted to evangelize to as many people as product. I love this product. I recommend that you get it as well. How important is it to have an online presence if you're in the retail industry? Well, it's 2020, and this is a statistic from Forbes. It is saying that estimates expect that holiday shopping this year is going to be 35% more than in the past because of so many different reasons, like all to do with COVID, but you can't necessarily go into a store because some stores might not be open or you don't feel comfortable going into a store, all of those things. So having an online presence this year for 2020 is more important than ever before. So here is 4 different tactical ways that you can have that online presence. So sell on your website, sell directly on Facebook, curbside pickup, and recreate the shopping experience online. So selling on your website is pretty cut and dry. It's very, very important, but you need to encourage people to go to your website. So send out an email, do a Facebook ad, whatever that might be, driving traffic to your website. Set up an abandoned cart emails. So for me, it's Nordstrom. If I go put something in my Nordstrom cart and I don't check out, they send me an email saying, hey, forgot this in your cart. And every time I don't go back and purchase it, no, but there's often times that I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. I was in the middle of purchasing this and my phone rang and then I got distracted and never went back and purchased it. So abandoned cart emails are super duper important to remind people, hey, you were interested in this product. Do you want to finish that purchase? Retargeting ads is super helpful as well. So, when you go look at something on Amazon and you don't purchase it, and then a few hours later, you see an ad for that when you're on a different website, that is what AdRoll is. It's super helpful. You can set up an account on AdRoll and set up ads there. There's other retargeting platforms as well. You can retarget via Facebook and other things, but I highly recommend retargeting ads, and then offer free shipping or pickup. So I know so many people don't shop local necessarily because they want ease, they want convenience, they want to be able to order something at 3 a.m. and it just arrive on their doorstep 2 days later from Amazon. So make it easy. Offer free shipping, offer free pickup. I know for me, if I can order it and just be able to drive up and they come and hand it to me in my car and I don't have to go inside, I don't have to wear my mask, I don't have to do all the things, that makes it more convenient on me, and I'm more likely to go that route. Sell directly on Facebook. So Facebook has Facebook Shops, which is a convenient way for people to actually purchase your products on Facebook without ever having to go to your website or anything else, which just makes it very, very user friendly. Hannah Acosta, the other Hannah in our office, did a Facebook course or a Facebook Live about Facebook Shops about 6 months ago on our Facebook page whenever they first launched it. So if you want to learn more about that, I highly recommend going to watch her video or just Googling it and setting it up for your company on Facebook. Again, free curbside pickup is so important these days with the uncertainties around COVID, and people might not want to go into your store. So offering curbside pickup, saying, hey, purchase it, pay online, I'll bring it to your car for you. And then recreate that shopping experience online. So again, so many people aren't able to go into your store for X, Y, and Z reasons. So recreate that shopping experience online. So in an effort to not be biased to any Alexandria companies, I took some screenshots of a company in Lafayette and Baton Rouge that make it super easy to shop online. So Love Baton Rouge is a clothing boutique in Baton Rouge, and you can see they do an excellent job of sharing their outfits, laying them out, and saying, you know, they even do a good job of like commenting and saying, this would be a great outfit for your Christmas party or this or that. And so it helps recreate that shopping experience. Though I'm not able to go into their store and purchase these items, it's very easy for me to purchase off of their Instagram page. And then Caroline & Co. is they have children's stuff, they have home decorations, they have a bunch of different stuff, but there again, you can see they're posting a bunch of different options, helping you kind of style them and explain why they would be a good gift idea. It makes it easy to see what's in their store without actually physically stepping foot in their store. How to create a social media strategy. So 3 different components: graphic and copy, posting schedule and frequency, and paid ads versus organic reach. So if you are new and you are not a trained graphic designer and you don't know how to use InDesign or Adobe or anything like that, no worries. We recommend canva.com for graphics. It's an easy, they have a free version and a paid version, but it's super easy, user-friendly way to make graphics for your social media channels. And then as far as copy goes, again, it depends on your company. So if we were looking at one of those clothing boutiques and they're sitting there writing a 3-paragraph caption to go along with all of their Instagram posts, like that's just too much. I don't need to know 3 paragraphs about a shirt that I want to buy. It would make more sense for them for it to be super short and consistent with their brand. Whereas if I'm trying to sign up for a webinar or a online course, it would make more sense for it to be 3 paragraphs because I want to know what I'm about to pay $500 for to sign up for this course or whatever it might be. Post schedule and frequency. Again, there's no magic bullet, but this is a great posting template you can use. So on Monday, have something that encourages engagement or questions. Tuesday, have more specific content and educational content. The best thing though is to not just sell. So we could, you know, if you go look at our Facebook page, we want to offer you a free, a full broad spectrum of who Ugly Mug is. We don't want to just say, hey, we make websites, you should buy one. Hey, we make websites, you should buy one. Hey, we make websites, you should buy one. Because why the heck would you want to look at our Facebook page? We want to give you content that is helpful to you without actually asking you to purchase anything. So this course, I hope, is helpful and educational for you, not with the intent of you coming to buy anything from us, that we just genuinely want to share this information with you. Behind the scenes, Wayne shared earlier on our page earlier this week some photos of the inside of her office. Again, those are just behind the scenes things that helps mix it up. Yeah, every now and then we are going to make a post saying we make websites and here's why you should come to us for your website, because We genuinely believe you should come to us for a website, but we're not going to just sell on our Facebook page because nobody's going to want to watch it. Question from you: any unique strategies for nonprofits needing to increase awareness and raise money? So this is a great book that Wayne, our owner, recommended. It's called Zilch. It is available on Amazon and some other places, but it is a great book for nonprofit businesses. But kind of know these 3 takeaways. People always give and donate based on what makes them look good and feel good. Clear impact, exactly. They want to know exactly where that money is going and why it's going to make a difference. And then create an evangelist. So, if you have people that donate to you on a regular basis, help them become an evangelist for you and ask other people money. Maybe it's you create a graphic or a video or an email and ask them to share it with people on their social media page, just like I showed you earlier with that Val-Marie paper journal. When price is a driven concern for purchasing, how do you drive customers? Basically, if price is the issue, how do you still get them to purchase from you? So people never buy just on price. If they did, everyone would drive a Chevy Spark, because right now it is the least expensive new vehicle on the market. It is a little over $13,000. So I'm assuming that not everybody on here drives a Chevy Spark. Why? Because you likely want other things in your vehicle. You maybe have 4 kids, and so you need a bigger vehicle. The Chevy Spark is not going to work. Maybe you live in somewhere that it's really cold and you want to be able to remotely start your car from the inside and let it warm up. So on and so forth. Maybe you need 4-wheel drive. Maybe you're in the construction industry and you need a truck so that you can put stuff in the back. People never buy just on price. They buy on other factors as well. So it is your job as a business to give them the added benefit. I know that we are not the least expensive website company, but I genuinely believe that there are benefits to coming to us to build your website over other companies, because there are things that we offer these other companies don't. We offer 4-wheel drive, a truck bed, a remote start. Those are the added benefits that we offer with our websites that these other website companies don't offer. And then again, service is so important. So why do you go to Chick-fil-A versus going to McDonald's? Yes, their chicken is better, but don't you also go because of the remarkable experience you receive? So experience is so important. You're going to go to a restaurant that has great service, even if their food's a little bit more expensive, because you don't want to go and wait 2 hours for your food. So if you need help with offering remarkable experience, I really recommend this book. It's called Uplifting Service, and it talks about all of these different levels of service and how you can achieve those levels so that you are offering your clients unbelievable service. And if you're not a reader, there's also the author of this book, Ron Kaufman, has several videos on YouTube. I think it's like 12 different videos. They're all pretty short, maybe like 10 minutes each, talking about this quality of service. I highly, highly, highly recommend watching these videos. They're very entertaining. They're very short. Again, I think it's like 12 of them, but if you just Google Ron Kaufman Quality Service Live on Facebook, it says like part 1, part 2, part 3. It's a bunch of different little YouTube videos, free. Highly recommend watching them. So I hope that was beneficial to you guys and that I answered your marketing questions. If for some reason I didn't, or you have a question that you want to ask me, you can just email me at hannah@uglymugmarketing. I apparently forgot to put the .com, but hannah@uglymugmarketing.com is my email address. Feel free to email me any of your questions that you might have, and have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye, guys.